Welcome to the pre-show. Ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba.
What's going on, man?
There we are. Now we can see each other.
Yeah, you disappeared for a minute. Oh, but yeah, dude, I read this morning before I went to work. I was pretty amazed. Um, did you read anything else this week?
I've been working my way through the Indiegogo graphic novel, uh, the horror book that I've been reading.
The the horror book,
It's a horror book, like
huh?
the Chupa Libre, Baby Cthulhu, the Black Eyed Kids, like all they're like horror things, but they're like tales. Like I can't think of the word that I want because, well, I'm old, but it's called cryptidnals.
I think I know what you're talking about.
They wrote a big one. Hey, Laurel, how are you? Laurel is the channel's #1 super fan because her and her dad met Sean Ziller at a show down south a couple months ago, and then started following him onto the channel and everything. And she likes me talk comics. She asks questions. It's fun.
Oh yeah, well we need more people to do that. It does make it go a lot easier. I really, dude, I have not had so much time to read anything other than stuff for the podcast. But now I did. I don't know who that is.
I don't either, but hello.
Yeah.
Trying to get Mr. Beast to comment right now. Okay.
Dang it. But I did pick up yesterday. I went out of town for a little bit and picked up the Lemire Moon Knight run.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I managed to read the first 2 issues. It's probably the best Moon Knight stuff I've ever read.
Well, it's Jeff Lemire.
Well, I know that's probably the reason. That's the main reason I picked it up.
Yeah, he's one of the. Let me take these off. I don't need these off.
Yeah. Somebody said that the Warren Ellis stuff was really good.
Oh yeah.
But now I haven't read it. I read the first one where they first introduced Mr. Knight, but that was it. Because I guess the Ellis stuff come before the Lemire story, and you can really see reading the Lemire series. What little I've read, that's where they borrowed so heavily for the Moon Knight TV show.
Yeah. I didn't read any of that stuff. I saw Mr. Knight on a cover. I go, what the hell is this stupid crap? And now I have a flashback to the 90s where I looked at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. I'm like, what is this stupid crap? Walked away from it. I could be sitting on a gold mine right now, First Prince.
Yeah. Yeah. This is let's tell us a story of when I was a dumbass.
Yep. Pick a day, any day. So did you get anything this week?
Not really. I mean, a few odds and ends there. The main thing I picked up was this. Why? Because I'm trying to figure out why everybody loves freaking Black Adam so much.
Black Adam is awesome. Like he was like, yeah, obviously he's like the penultimate bad guy. Like if you watch the Shazam versus Black Adam like animated movie.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, Black Adam pretty much handed Superman his cape. It took both of them to take him down.
I mean, this is written by it's Johns, Orway, and then Inglesham and Wallach.
Yeah, that's the Jeff Johns
It's from
run
the JSA series.
on JSA. That was the run of JSA that Alex Ross did a character face cover for every single issue.
Episode.
Oh,
yes.
It was great. No. Oh, you're gonna work. Well, you can't use big words with me. I'm old and dumb. I was a nightclub DJ for 30 years, and a nerd since 1974. I do not upload every day. I used to. I used to do like shows like every day, but I'm too busy and I've got health issues, and real life comes into play. I go live. This is our regular Thursday night stream. Okay, Boomer, the podcast. Thomas and I talk about back issues from Golden on up.
Crap.
And Random Crap. This is just the pre-show right now. And Monday nights we have an art stream with Sean Howe, where he draws live on stream and answers questions. And Wednesday night, last night, I do an interview show called Creators Outlet, where I interview comic book creators. So 3 days a week, sometimes more, but usually we stick to 3 days a week. I did get something. My girlfriend, because I told her, I go, when you go to Walmart, and I get scared when she goes to Walmart, and she knows to, look around the toys and go into the pop aisle.
Yeah.
And I told her, anything you see in Walmart that says Walmart exclusive on it, like on a sticker, it's a good get.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the Earth Day 2022
Black Orchid.
Justice League pop of Black Orchid, yes.
I I'm near got one.
And
of
course,
the character is so good.
Yeah. And as you can see, by the box looks weird, like on camera, because it's made from it's Earth Day, so it's made from recycled paper.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I go, I've never seen a Black Orchid pop before, and I go, Black Orchid was cool. She was in the original Justice League Dark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she was. I'd have to double check.
Way back. Her. She was in it because she was in the House of Mystery, and their headquarters was the House of Mystery. So
yeah, I've got her first appearance. I think I've got one or two copies. I got her first appearance. I got her first 3 or 4 appearances.
And I know she got the miniseries, which is fantastic. But
now the miniseries was by Gaiman. And I've got it. I haven't read it all.
So what's her first appearance in? Uh-oh, he froze. Hopefully it's not me. Well, it looks like... Okay, are you back now?
Yeah, both of us disappeared for a minute, but yeah, I've got her first appearances from Adventure Comics, because it's like 426 or something like that, and then she was in like 3 or 4 issues, and then after that she went over and she was in. Remember, she was in Phantom Stranger for a little while.
Laurel is going to the comic store in a couple of days. She is super excited. Awesome. You'll have to share with us when we're on stream what you got.
What? If you go and you're looking for new stuff and you haven't read it, I like it. Get the Animal Castle. I think they're only going to do 5 issues, sadly. But hey. It's one of the indie books. I did pick up a new indie book, yesterday called The Closet. It's by Image. Did you see it? Who wrote it? I can't remember now.
Well, I'm going to look at my emails. I get all the PR stuff, so. Yes, I know where that is.
Really?
Yeah, I still got
I can't remember who did it. Oh yeah.
Is it Image?
Yeah, right here. Yeah, it's Image. Monsters Lurk in the Closet horror comic by James Tenyon and Galvin Fullerton.
Oh, James
I
Tynion the
bought the
fourth.
first issue yesterday. I just haven't had a chance to read
Yeah,
it.
that's the
Yeah.
guy that was writing Batman
He's
for a
done
while,
Batman for a while.
and he quit DC and went over to
Yeah.
whatchamacallit there. What's the subscription service where they're all
Independents only.
Yeah, where they're all running like solo.
Well, so I picked it up. It looked kind of cool. There was a few other things by Aftershock. I didn't see nothing really spectacular. And I did pick up the first issue of Hour of the Dragon by Ablaze. Now that Marvel has relinquished the rights to Conan again, and they're going back to the whoever owns the current rights of the Conan character by, from Robert E. Howard.
I'll definitely share
Cool.
what I got. Cool.
Yep. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. And the whole thing is Marvel got the character, made a big hoopla. You remember when it happened? Was it a year and a half ago or so? Maybe 2 years tops.
A couple of
They
years
got
ago,
him. Jason Aaron was going to write the first issue. Yeah. He's going to write the first issue. All new creative team. Conan's back. Blah, blah, blah. It was strong. They did Savage Sword, and then they damn dropped it. Other than him being in freaking Savage Avengers, which I thought was stupid anyway.
That was stupid. It's like, look, quit looking in the original volume 1 of What If and trying to stretch it out into like a 2-year story. Because that was a
you have read all those, the Conan ones, right? There are like 3 of them, I think.
Yeah, I almost I almost bought a couple
Conan
of
gets
them.
trapped in the 20th century?
Yeah, that's where they got the idea from.
Yeah, there's the What If Conan's in the 20th century. There's another one, What If Conan Fought Wolverine? I don't know if you read that one.
No. I know it was a popular one when it came out.
I think there's a third one.
Conan's fighting Wolverine. Cool. He's going to kill Conan. Conan fought a dragon before. Relax.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Hey, of course, I don't know. It doesn't matter how strong Conan is. I just can't see him breaking because I think he breaks a magic sword over the back of Wolverine's damn head. Gonk, knocks him out.
I've seen him up there.
But
and
hey, look,
more importantly, the Conans that I want to get are those treasury editions.
Yeah.
Those things are like hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
Like in prestige condition. I was even looking like, in good to fine minus. And man, they wanted like, $50 to $85. I go, well, I'm going to wait till you have a 35% off sale. And if you've got some treasuries, because I buy, the group that I buy off of, Dash has some good stuff, but he also asks, good prices for it. So, he gets mostly modern stuff.
Are you wanting the treasuries for
Conan? Yeah.
Yeah. Are you wanting the Savage Sword or the color stuff? Or you just want the big treasuries?
Yeah, the big treasuries.
The reprints.
Yeah. Like the big oversized ones.
Yeah. I think I have all.
That's as close as I can get to owning like an artist edition book, because they're like, they're like crazy. So
I saw one that was on sale.
What do you say we
you ready to get it started?
We get it started, and you can bring up the book, and we'll go from there. Now on with the show.
All right, we'll do.
Well, that's weird. I don't like
Shut
that
up.
at all.
What do you? Yeah, you're all kind of technical difficulty in today.
Yeah, what the? Oh, there we go. Add to stream. Oh, that's better.
Yeah, there it
I,
is. Add
I
to
was like,
stream.
what in the hell?
Oh,
Nope. There we go.
yeah,
Okay.
but yeah.
Somehow the other night.
So Justice League 173.
Mhm. So this is the
This is the
first
one you picked
time
out.
they try to recruit Black Lightning onto the Justice League, and
Dude, I
he
read
calls
it
them a
this
bunch
morning.
of
They
giant
did a crappy
turkeys.
job.
Yeah.
Well, now that's kind of funny though. This scene never appears in the book, but it might as well have. But
Yeah, this happens a lot with Bronze Age stuff. The covers the teaser to get you to go in and buy the book, but what's on the cover never happens. Like I bought an issue of Casper the Friendly Ghost when I was a kid, and there was no Casper in it. It was just spooky stories.
Spooky stories.
Like his nephew with the bowler hat that or his cousin that was always causing trouble.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did have a whole little family of people.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so Justice League of America number 173. Yep, there it is. Superman. Black Lightning, we want you on the team. Not with that bunch of jive turkeys. And this is from 1979, December 79.
Mm-hmm.
And cool. The thing that's in here, it is Gary Conway's writing it. Dick Dillon and Frank McLaughlin are the artists. Ben Oda, the letterer, and Jerry Sharp, colorist, and Ross Andrew was the editor. I didn't know Ross Andrew ever edited for DC. Out of I don't know, it just kind of shocked me a little bit.
So important things to know just by looking, testing of a hero. This is like a good majority of the current league. It's Superman, Zatanna in like a funky 70s version of the costume.
Dude, I honestly, when I first saw it, and I had to look and see who it was, and it said it was Zatanna. I thought it was like, because Madam Madam Xanadu wore some crap like that at one time.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's it's basically like like a onesie pantsuit that ties around the bodice, and there's like a little collar and a cape on it and everything.
That's it.
Yep, and then that's all you need. And it's not a very long cape. It's a short cape.
It's like a half cape.
It's like a half cape, like Robin.
Yeah.
Because when she runs, Flash wants to get a peek. Not really. Flash is very hard-nosed right now because this story takes place not very long after the Reverse Flash murders Iris West Allen.
Well, see, that's what I was going to ask you because I did not know I was going to ask you who the hell killed his wife.
The Reverse Flash.
So it's Reverse Flash.
Yep. Like the last couple of years of like the Barry Allen Flash first volume were amazing, and they had great backup stories. Like there were a lot of Dr. Fate backups, and like really like cool thought out covers, opposed to nowadays where just get a hot artist to draw the cover so it'll sell.
Well, see, I have only read a handful of Flash stories, and I want to read some more. But the thing that got me is like, want to read some more, and don't know where really to begin. I know at one time he was super popular, but I don't know. But now here's the thing: when we talked about last week, because we did the Brave and the Bold with Batman and Green Arrow last week, and you were like, hey, we'll read this one because Green Arrow's in the next issue, and Green Arrow really gives Black Lightning a bunch of hell. I was like, okay, because Green Arrow gives everybody hell. He's always a butthole.
Oh
And when
yeah,
you read
he's
this issue, it is not Green Arrow.
Ollie Queen is just a terrible person.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's terrible, but he's pretty grouchy. And in this issue, Flash is a biatch.
Well, his wife was just murdered. Hello.
I know. But
I
it's
mean,
like,
not everybody goes out to the bar and throws a celebration when their wife gets murdered.
I know, but it was just so testing of a hero. Short synopsis of this is, and then we'll get into all the particulars because there's a lot to get into here. Is Green Arrow puts forth Black Lightning for membership. So to see this, he kind of has to call all the JLA together. JLA comes together, and they're there to watch him in action. Unbeknownst to Black Lightning, they're like stalking a victim. So they watch him as he does his, superhero business. And then, but after that, they say, well, we're going to come up with a test for not green, but Black Lightning to join because we don't know if Green Arrow really, is on the up and up. And they come up with the test. And then after the end of it, of course, Black Lightning does pass the test. They ask him to join. And we'll hit everything else. But yeah, so the story opens up, and here's Superman and Zatanna and everybody. So there's your candidate. I've seen him around Metropolis. I even interviewed him. Just admit the man still mystifies and worries me. And they're all talking, and then lo and behold, there he is, the man himself, Black Lightning. I do like the '70s disco vibe suit though. It's kind of like the '70s disco vibe Dazzler uniform.
Oh God!
It's cool. Oh, dude, man, with the freaking roller skates.
They just put that Dazzler in the Marvel mobile game Strike Force that I play.
Really?
And when she does her big attack, there's a disco platform with her on it with the roller skates that comes down, lights going, and you see the cables from the corners of the platform.
Yeah.
And then she, I guess, like sings musical notes, and they all go, whoo. Her weaker attack is, and it's funny to see, like when you're fighting Juggernaut with Dazzler, and she roller skates behind him, sweeps the leg, and does like a pirouette on the skates and goes back.
God.
And then dies. It's funny though. It's funny.
Oh God. We'll have to read some Dazzler one day. That way you can see when Reed Richards gives her his tape recorder that gives her superpowers or enhances her superpowers. But so they're actually over a pawn shop, and Black Lightning is here to stop a robbery of a pawn shop. The robbery is actually taking place on the outside of the pawn shop, though. This is not the robbery that's taking place on the inside of the pawn shop. See, that's already happened. And now these guys have gone in and taken and robbed the person that robbed the other people, and Black Lightning is going to try and stop them now. So he's running out there, and he sweeps down to stop them. Of course, I didn't know that. I guess like Magneto, he can use his electric powers to create force fields and everything.
Yep.
So they open fire at him. He bounces the bullets off. And knocks the hell out of them. Of course, all of them get knocked out. He zaps them, and they run away. And the one guy that does run away, Black Lightning, manages to sneak around and catch him on the other way, around the corner, and knocks his ass out, and then drags him away.
I think he actually fainted. No, he fainted.
Oh, he faints. Okay.
Look at his word bubble.
Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's faint. Yeah.
He stops there, and then he's like, "Oh!" Yeah. He just faints down to the pavement. You drag him off anyhow.
Yeah, that boy must have had himself a guilty conscience. And of course, somebody up here is like, impressive, most impressive. Uh, so Superman's like, we saw Black Lightning slip down an alley and cut off that thief's escape route, but the thief didn't, giving Lightning a chance to capture him without a fight. Very good. I told you, he's a pro. So here's where it starts to get really kind of wow. I was
Kind
like,
of
what?
racy.
Yeah, yeah. This is definitely NSFW. Let's go ahead and get that up here. But
Okay, hold on. Let me grab that.
yeah. So Green Arrow literally says, I met him a few months back when I trailed a crook to Metropolis. He's what we need, troops. Cool, smart, brave, and black. And
Oh,
that's
damn.
yeah, this story happened in World's Finest 256, which I actually want to go read now. And Flash, who I guess because his wife died and he didn't have no damn breakfast this morning, is really grumpy. He's like, hold it, Archer. That's not how we make decisions in the league. I never thought you'd suggest we take in a token black.
Uh-oh, he needs some milk.
Dude, it's crazy. I would have never thought that. I mean, this is 70, so but this is wild. Green Arrow and Green Lantern get into it, and or not. Green Arrow and Flash get into it. And Green Lantern is trying to calm him down, and he even tells him, he says, "Hey, buddy, Flash didn't mean it that way. I hope." And Green Arrow just tells him, he says, "Well, you got a mouth. Tell me, how did you mean it?" And of course, Flash just keeps it going on. He says, this is your damn your judgment's so warped. He says, you're trying so hard to be Mr. Liberal, you don't think straight anymore. Maybe and then he does go on to say, maybe lightning is, what you claim, but I ain't going to take your word for it. So the fight keeps going on, and finally Superman kind of calls an end to it, but he's like, that's enough. We can't fight amongst ourselves, so we'll come up with a test for Black Lightning. Of course, Black Lightning gets to be the only member to ever need a test to join the Justice League. Usually they just ask. So after, Superman stops fighting, tells him that, Flash just still, he's still going on. He says, well, I'm not going to let Green Arrow come up with the test, because, he isn't the judge. So, we'll have to come up with this, some kind of test. And they're all talking amongst themselves. What are we looking for? Fighting ability, swift judgment, and more. So they talk amongst themselves, and finally Superman's like, okay, this is how we're going to go about it. And that's where we kind of leave the page. And while they're talking about the test they're going to come up with, story transfers over to, this is going to be the villain for the next issue. Some guy that controls rats. I was like, whoa, is this the guy off Suicide Squad? But it's not. He's calling his rats the Regulator. Now, we move back
I saw that name, all I could think was the old hip-hop song, Regulate, from Warren G. Regulators, roll out.
Dang it. So now it moves back to Central Metropolis Police Headquarters. I did not know that Black Lightning operated out of Metropolis, but I've not read a whole lot of Black Lightning books. I mean, he's only got a handful. And the police, the police chief, I guess, or police committee, whoever this is they're talking about to Black Lightning. He says, hey, I appreciate you helping us but there's some trouble coming up with the city council. So they're going to come up with a new law that's going to affect vigilantes. And this I thought was really cool, because while he's sitting here and he's not like being ugly or anything, he's just telling Black Lightning, hey, they're going to come up with a law that's going to, maybe affect vigilantes. And Black Lightning says, I ain't losing any sleep over it. And he's like, why? Why are you not upset? And Black Lightning says, he says, because any law that the city council writes to put in force is going to affect vigilantes is also going to affect Superman. And they're not going to do that, because if it affects me, it's going to affect him. And the guy's like, yeah, well, that kind of makes sense. And Black Lightning tells him, he says, anyway, you're out there, Inspector, that's who he's talking to, Inspector Henderson. You're out there looking for me, so let me know or whatever. And he leaves. This is the first time we get a little kind of I guess, a glimpse that Black Lightning's not what he pretends to be, because he says, talking street jive makes his jaw hurt, but it's part of his costume. So he talks and acts this way to literally throw people off.
Yeah, he wants to fit into the hood.
Yeah, I did. After I read this morning, I did go look at the first issue of Black Lightning, and I found it online and read some of it. So yeah, I can kind of see what they were going for. So anyway, so Black Lightning leaves the police headquarters and gets jumped on by this like electric person and a giant female monster.
Gorilla, yeah.
Who, some gorilla chick. They get into this massive fight here. And of course the gorilla lady grabs Black Lightning and he knocks her off, and he realizes, oh, it's a woman. And he's like, even though it's a woman, I hate doing this to a woman, but he knocks the snot out of her. And of course the electric guy's like, I'm here to electrocute you and I'll stop you. But Black Lightning uses his force field to stop it and just simply puts the guy out with the water. So he opens up the fire hydrant there, knocks them both out, and the police come out and they're like, hey, we'll look at these these wackos right here, Inspector, because it is right in front of the damn police force. And this is one of the things where they're talking about this is the Batman argument here. Batman brings out the weirdos. So Black Lightning's bringing out the weirdos here. But he says, hey, don't worry about it. You take care of them now. I got work to do. And he leaves. Now, here at our little panel, he says, one of the guys says, something odd's here. And he tells him, hey, take a look for yourself. But then our comic skips away, and now we're back to our rat people, who we discover the rats actually are being led to Star Labs. Now, this story takes place in Suicide Slum. I didn't realize Star Labs was located in Suicide Slum.
Mm-hmm. For this story, it is.
For this story, it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the rats, and of course, once the rats, go in, it passes over. Now, Superman has been watching everything that goes on with Black Lightning. He's been following him and all this. And Black Lightning's heading back to his house. And when he gets there, gets to his house or home, wherever, he hears a voice. And it says, hey, pardon me, pal. Aren't you Black Lightning? And you see the little flap here? He feels somebody touch him on the shoulder. Well, he turns around and he can't see anything. He says, hey, I'm working too hard. I could have felt somebody tap me on the shoulder and all this. But the voice actually says, hey, I want to make sure you were facing me. I never hit a man from behind. And then somebody knocks him out. Yeah, knocks the snot out of him.
That's a sucker punch.
Yeah, exactly. So once he knocks him down, Black Lightning gets up. He says, now I see you. It's like a ghost image. And he says, well, now that you see me, it's because I've made myself visible. I'm the transvisible man. Take a good long look. And he starts laughing at Black Lightning.
Before we go any further,
uh-oh.
Does this count as the first appearance of a trans person in a comic book?
No. Damn it. No, it does not.
I wanted to know if I could sell my copy to a bunch of blue check marks on Twitter for a few $1,000s.
Dang it. But yeah, transvisible man. So they get into a huge fist fight. And this transvisible guy, who we have no idea who he is beating the living heck out of Black Lightning. He's literally making him look like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he swings at him, he moves. He can't get a damn, a freaking punch in. I mean, he even kicks him in the ass and knocks him straight down.
And then laughs at him.
Yeah, just keeps laughing at him. I mean, And this is where, he's, the whole story now, he's laughing at him. He's making fun of him. He says, you don't laugh at a man who's been fighting for dignity for most of his life. You make him mad, very mad. And then, it even goes on. It says, anger's no substitute for strategy. So Black Lightning's gotten so mad, he's just flailing. And the more he flails, the more this trans guy just keeps beating the hell out of him. And he finally tells him, you had enough punching bag? And Black Lightning's like, if I could just see you, I'd take you out. So he's just so angry now. And then here comes out the damn Three Musketeers reject. He's like, my name's a swashbuckler. You've been fighting with my partner. I'm going to finish you off. And they get into a big fight. But Black Lightning is so upset. He launches himself at this guy and literally just starts beating the hell out of him. Electricity and everything. Which our swashbuckler guy even pulls a gun and tries to shoot him. But, he can deflect bullets, so it doesn't do anything. And for a minute here, you think he's going to kill this guy because he's throttling him. He's got him by the throat.
Oh, yeah. He's pissed.
Yeah, he's super pissed. I mean, he's been humiliated, all this. He's going to, choke him to death. And then it says, for one terrible instant, Black Lightning almost surrenders to his anger as energy crackles around his shoulders and, fingers tighten around the throat. And then he's like, he snaps out. I can't do it. And he tells him, he says, brother, if you knew how close you came to buying it. Of course, the guy that just got the hell beat up says, I don't think I really had anything to worry about it. If worse came to worse, all I could have done is this. I love how in the old comic books, they always take a mask off, but they still have their mask underneath it.
Yeah.
It's Green Arrow. And Black Lightning's like, Green Arrow? What? What's going on here? And everybody shows up. He said, we owe you an apology, friend. All of this was a test, especially the last part. We had to see how you'd react when we pushed you to the limit. So we played a little subterfuge. Green Lantern was the human starburst. Zatanna became Primac. And Flashy was the transvisible man. So Flash, the dude that didn't want him to join anyway, was the one that beat the hell out of him the most.
And has anger issues currently when this storyline took place. So
yeah. Flash needs to go get him, maybe see a psychiatrist. Yeah, we almost blew the whole performance when Inspector Henderson recognized us, but he agreed to go along. Then Black Lightning's like, I don't get it. What the hell's the idea? He's calling an initiation test, Lightning, for membership in the League. You passed with flying colors. So Superman's like, hey, buddy, you passed everything. And Black Lightning's like, hold on. Who wants to join the League? And Green Arrow finally like, what? He's like, I appreciate the offer, but the hero's got enough work right here in Suicide Slum. I can't go flashing off with you guys. You get yourself another boy. And
ooh, a boy.
Yeah. He's like really mad.
Words like boy and token thrown around in this issue.
Yes, this was a real shock because I mean, if I had read this when it first came out, I would have been 6. I possibly could have read it. It would have flown right over my head.
Yeah, and, when this came out, I was like 9, so I'm like, I wouldn't have thought anything of it. I would have been like, possibly like, Ma, what's a token?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh yeah, the things you use on a bus. Never mind.
Yeah.
Why would he call them a bus token?
Yeah. It wouldn't have made any sense to young kids. But I mean, reading it now, I mean, yeah, you get it. So Green Arrow finally asked him, hey, you think we made him mad with our tests? Maybe, but that isn't a reason he turned us down. Some people just don't work with groups. He would have made a fine addition to the League. I wonder if we'll see him again. And, of course, continued next issue. So, yeah. That's why I kind of went and read the other book.
Is the sinister secret of the Regulator.
Yeah, whatever. The dude that controls rats. I mean, he turned them down because, why the hell has he got to have a test? Why didn't they come and ask him? Why the hell did they literally beat the snot out of him for all this. And then on top of that, like I said, I didn't read the whole issue, but I read a good portion of the first issue of the Black Lightning series. He's like a school teacher in Suicide Slum.
Yeah.
He's there.
He's a
there.
principal.
He's a principal?
Yeah, he's a
Okay.
principal at Jefferson High.
Okay. I thought he was a school teacher when I was reading it. So he's a principal.
Well, he was. So in his series, he might. I got some laying around. I got a few issues laying around here. I'd have to take a look, but I know, like when they did the CW show.
Yeah.
He's the principal now, and not like a history teacher anymore. So
okay. Well, see, and that's the whole thing, like where he gets his strength from and all this. I mean, he went to college. He was in the Olympics. He's like a Olympian class decathlon, you know, all that. You know, he was in the martial arts. I didn't get to the part where they explain where he got his powers from, but he's like Sam Wilson in the old Captain America books.
Yeah.
You know, Sam Wilson is he's like a social worker. He's there helping people. And to a degree, I mean, he'll do more good in Suicide Slum for more people than if he joined the Justice League. He may save the world and be able to save everybody, but it's probably more fulfilling for him to work where he's at, if that makes any sense.
Save the principal, save the world.
Whatever.
Hero season 3.
Damn, I didn't see that one, but okay. We didn't even talk about the art in this one because most of it was so story, but the art really helped because the art carried it. Art was by Dick Dillon, like I said, who drew Justice League for like freaking 12 years or something until he had a heart attack.
Every once in a while, he'd get a break for a few issues from Perez or Neil Adams, you know.
This is actually one of the issues toward the end of his run. His run stopped in like 83 or 84, 183, 184, because that's when Perez took over. But the thing that got me, like I said, reading this one, I was just like, wow. I don't know. Part of his art helps carry it because it's straightforward superhero art. There's nothing super fancy about it or anything. It's easy to read. All the characters are there, but all of this is the story. And this is them saying something, Conway saying something that adults, teenagers of the time would have probably got. Us as kids reading it back then, nope, not at all. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it was a really good issue to read. I was surprised. I'm like, I got to read this. It's got Black Lightning in it. That's the whole reason I bought the issue.
You said you liked Black Lightning because of the show, right?
No, I liked Black Lightning. Back in the day, they wouldn't call Black Lightning in like Super Friends or the Justice League, whatever it was.
He was Black Vulcan.
It was Black Vulcan.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. But it was basically the same character.
Yeah. Well, now that's the other thing I was going to say. Yeah, I don't, because I mean Black Vulcan in the Justice League, you know, he's got the lightning and he like flies everywhere.
Mm-hmm. They changed it up. But I remember reading, of all things, A Brave and the Bold, where Black Lightning was the team-up partner of that issue.
Really?
And it was so good. I go, wow. I like this dude.
Yeah.
It was a well-written character. And he was like, you know, he'd pop up. He was like a pop-up here and there because he had like a very short-lived series.
It went how many? I'm going to look up while you're talking there for a minute. How many issues it went? 6,
maybe 8 issues. It was pretty short. And hey, when they were doing all the Hanna-Barbera crossover stuff, Ow, the hell was that? And they were teaming up like it was like Batman and was it Batman and Elmer Fudd? And I think
Yeah,
that one's still going for like $20. But it was Black
really.
Lightning and Hong Kong Fooey. I'm like, I was sold.
Black Lightning and Hong Kong Fooey.
Mm-hmm. Uh, the only there was only ever one problem with Hong Kong Fooey
Yeah.
because when you're little, you say stupid stuff. Uh, like you better not touch me. I know karate. How do you know karate? I watch Hong Kong Fooey, and I get punched in the face.
Dang it. So it's saying on here, looking it up, Black Lightning, I guess only went 13 issues. It says Black
Was it
Lightning
13?
Volume 2 context issues Black Lightning 1 through 13. But what's funny is down here in the little reviews, somebody says just in time to get caught up on the new hero Black Lightning for CW. Black Lightning Volume 2. He's also in World's Finest 256 through 259 and 261. DC Comics presents 16. Justice League of America set 173 and 74. Detective Comics 490 and 91. Brave and the Bold 163. So that's the one you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Detective Comics 494, 495. And that's it. There's it does say that he was in a who's articles, but those are like the
And then
elaborate
they
things.
brought him. Then they brought him back into the Justice League like a handful of years ago because he was like actually part of the team then.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. That was after this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, that's all a modern take on the character too. Uh, the other thing to think about too, this is like I said, 79. So this is still kind of toward the end of the whole what's it called, black exploitation films from
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood. They were starting to phase them out. Um, and so he come in kind of at the tail end of that.
And
Looking up Brave and the Bold 163. Oh,
yeah,
dude, I've
because
never seen that color
a
cover.
guy. Did you just say color? You racist.
I said cover.
Oh, I thought you said color.
Yeah,
Um,
Batman Brave and the Bold with Black Lightning. Writer Paul Kupperberg.
mhm.
Penciler was Gordano. Anchor Gordano. Oh, probably be good to read just for the art.
Is there a cover there you can throw up?
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, I will break it up.
Bum
Ta-da.
bum bum.
Yes, I know that. Dup. There it is.
Hell yeah!
Of course, the cover is by Aparo, who did, freaking
A
every
huge
Batman cover for years.
a huge run on Brave and the Bold. Yeah. Um,
Not only Brave and the
at
Bold on
one,
Batman, dude.
yeah.
He drew the character
Oh yeah.
forever.
At one point, Black Lightning actually loses his powers, but
Really?
he still dresses up and goes out and throws fisticuffs because that's what he did. He didn't, fly up in the air and just, lightning somebody. Um,
Yeah.
you know, he would, he did like that, and apparently, the fix was Batman telling himself that he had just lost confidence in himself because of something really bad that happened. Um, I think a kid lost their life because he made the wrong decision or something.
So
And
Black Lightning is like having because he's having doubts or something, he loses
Yeah,
his powers.
he's got like a mental block, kind of like in one of the many Spider-Man movies where he runs out of web fluid and he can't make any more, and he wonders why.
Yeah,
because it was a mental block.
yeah, he's doubting himself.
Mm-hmm.
How did he get his powers first? Do you know, or do you remember?
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up in
Oh.
One of the other books.
Yeah. Wonder if it tells me on here. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was good. And I mean, definitely worth reading. I even threw it up online, telling people, hey, read this. But there wasn't a whole lot of nobody wanted to really talk about it. I was like, really? Of course, people don't want to read anything. Some of us never lost hope. Olympia, he was originally he was a high school principal, and Olympia hold on, moved.
An Olympian.
Olympic level athlete who became a vigilante to take down organized crime and suicide slum. Justice League, yeah. Black Lightning was created by Tony Isabella and Trevor Von Eden, first appearing Black Lightning #1, 1977. So the Black Lightning #1 is his first appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how did he get his powers? I'm skimming this. Hold on. He was a skilled writer and poet, winning medals, went to college, majored in English, also learned a teaching degree. Suicide slum hadn't changed. Going back to Garfield High School, Jefferson made impression when he kicked a drug pusher and humiliated 3 criminals who were with the 100. When one of the gunmen killed a student of Pierce's, Jefferson related this to Peter, who advised him to fight back and gave him a costume, taking on the name of Black Lightning. He equipped himself with a force field belt, then put on a stereotypical perception of African Americans for the time to keep his alter ego a secret, defeating criminals and villains such as his arch enemy Tobias Whale and Merlin the Archer. Black Lightning gained the attention of Superman, Jimmy Olsen, and Inspector Bill Henderson. Oh, so the Inspector was a regular character.
Mm-hmm.
Originally he was described as having no innate powers, using a belt that allowed him to generate a force field and project electricals. The power was later revealed to exist as a result of the metagene, according to Invasion #3. Holy crap, dude! That was a long time when they fixed that.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God!
And then here on the first page, they actually have that couple of issues from the series. The issue we just read. Oh my God! What? Oh Lord, that's terrible. Dang it. So, hopefully it'll be in, and I'll read it for next week. I know this is terrible. Would be a 2-parter or 2 issues at one time. Think you can read 2 issues at one time?
If you send it to me before the night,
because I've never read it.
What are we reading?
Oh my God! Look, I do what I can.
Bless you.
I have actually never read it, and I ordered the trade because I want to read it. Fantastic Four 25 and 26. It is the Hulk versus everybody. What?
Fantastic Fours that you've
stop?
never read?
Yeah, I don't have I can't find them in reprint.
What crazy universe did I just wake up in? Holy
Look,
crap.
I like FF, okay?
I'm like, I know. You've got like...
Yeah. I may have read...
I mean, we've covered a lot of FF since we started doing this show a couple of years ago. And I'm just like, wow.
Dude, and has any of it been bad?
No.
But I was like,
because
man.
we've kept it to Kirby and Burn. So
Yep. But I'm trying to find these. I swear I thought I had them in reprints somewhere and had read them, but I cannot find it. It's one of the things I've been wanting to read again, and I can't. So I actually had to order a freaking reprint to read them. It is the
I hope
second
it fits in
time
the
that the
long
Hulk
box.
fights the Thing.
I was really close to getting
there was
that early
It was
FF
either that.
where when they're in the caves.
Which one?
The first time that they cross over, like early FF, when Hulk's like walking up this. Yeah, in 12. They had like a really beat up one. But it was still, I'm like,
yeah, and it's worth a fortune, even beat up.
Yeah, I'm like, the cover's falling off. It's like shredding in spots, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
so
it was either that
dive it into some
or
FF.
first appearance of Scrooge McDuck. Yeah.
I'm thinking those 2 issues of FF sound pretty good.
All right. Well, I'll get them up, and then we'll get back here next week.
Sounds good to me. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out, and we'll talk to you
All right,
very soon.